Dr. Susan Glisson. Susan, thank you so much for being here. Susan is with the William Winter Institute for Racial Reconciliation. Governor Winter, who as many of you know is the governor of Mississippi, has been a leader throughout the South on the issue of racial reconciliation and has been a partner with us when I was a lieutenant governor and has been for the last couple of years. Kathy Washington with Urban League, thank you so much for being here. Carol B. Bell, co-founder of Ashe Cultural Center, always a spectacular partner, and Ms. Patrina Peters, who I love. Thank you so much for being such a great leader on the work that we're doing with NOLA for Life and mothers who have suffered in ways that are in some instances very hard to even understand. So we thank you for that. Today, we are announcing, as Judy said, that the City of New Orleans and NOLA for Life are receiving a $1.2 million award over 3 years from the Kellogg Foundation to do what I would consider to be very foundational work on race and reconciliation. Everybody who has been part of this community for a long time knows that race is always and continues to be an issue. It permeates everything that we do. As I have said very clearly, that you can't go around it, you can't go over it, you've got to go through it. And going through it takes work, it takes openness, it takes discussion, and at the end of the day, it takes reconciliation. We have just celebrated the anniversary of Dr. King's speech. I mentioned to many of you that last year I had the opportunity actually to stand on the very spot where that speech was given before going to Birmingham shortly thereafter. And of course, we just all celebrated the ongoing celebration for Nelson Mandela. Their lives were basically a testament to reconciliation. Nelson Mandela probably embodied that physically more than any person in our life, and basically gave testament in what he did to you can reconcile with those who hurt you. And that is something that I think that we all have to work through. I like to think that we in Louisiana and Mississippi, particularly because of our histories, have a greater responsibility more so than anybody else in America, to lead on this effort, to actually show people that it can be done, and to prove to them that there is actually strength in diversity, that it's not a weakness. And coming together on things that matter to us and that are of interest through love is a much better way than having antagonistic relationships, because you can see it permeates everything that we do, from healthcare to housing, to the way police departments act in the communities, to the way jails handle themselves, to the general institutions that have actually created many of the situations that we're in. And so we are in the business of reforming institutions and then reforming our personal behavior. But it's the personal behavior that in some instances is very hard. And that is what this institute and this award is going to help us do. It's called the Welcome Table. And it really is a nationally recognized model that facilitates open, direct, honest dialogue that we have to speak to the issue. Because in my experience in New Orleans, the people here are wonderful. And we all love each other anyway because we come here, but we don't always know each other. And getting to know each other better and understand each other is going to help us understand the essential truth is that we are mostly alike. And that there are common truths that move humankind forward or keep us from going back. And that the issue of race and class tend to be artificial barriers that get in the way, but have to be worked through as we all learn how to be bigger and better and more open, and as I like to see, give energy to the light and push away the darkness. And that is what we're trying to do. I am just thrilled to work with William Winter, who has always been one of my heroes, and his institute that Susan has been running for him for over 10 years. I met him some time ago during Hurricane Katrina and Rita. They came to help us. We have had a number of different presentations on race in the last couple of years. Dr. Norman Francis, who is like my father, and my real father, Mitch Landrieu, who are both best friends, and Governor William Winter, and Merle Evers actually came together and had an unbelievable discussion of just enlightenment on the issue of race. The Kellogg Foundation invited this proposal from the city, and we gave it to them. So this is not just about talk. It is about action. You actually have to organize it, move it in the right direction, and then step into what it is that the dialogue requires you to give. We're going to work with facilitators. We're going to self-organize, self-regulate, and we're going to encourage the development of projects that support the pillars of NOLA for Life. Because at the end of the day, this is about making peace. It's about reconciliation. It's about transforming the culture of violence into a culture of peace that not only requires us to stop shooting each other, but it requires reconciliation on every level before we even get to the point of feeling that anger and that frustration. So we want people to stop looking past one another. We want people to look into somebody else's eyes. We want them to see not how tall they are or what color they are, what neighborhood they're from, or what high school they went to. But we want them to see the other person's heart. And we believe that when you do that, the hearts of the people of New Orleans will shine very, very brightly, really for the rest of America. And so as we join with our brothers and sisters, really across all of the Deep South, and we think about where we came from, where we're going, and how we're going to get there, the only answer is that the best way to get there is to get there together. And as I said, we've got to go through it. So I am thrilled to be a part of this. We have done many wonderful things in the last 4 years. We have had many, many struggles. We have had many, many successes. We've had some failures. But really, I count this initiative as really being one of the best and the ones that I am most excited about, because I think it has the greatest opportunity to completely and totally transform the way that America sees herself. And I'm happy to be a part of it, and very humbled that Susan, you and Kellogg has seen fit to work in New Orleans to actually help America see herself the way she always should have, as we move towards, as President Obama's reminded us, to that more perfect union that Dr. King envisioned. We know that we are a work in progress. All of us, our God's not finished with us yet, but he needs a little help along the way, and he needs us to do something. And this is the something that we're going to work on doing, and I think it's going to yield tremendous benefit. It's going to help people be better than they would have been if we tried to do it by ourselves. So God bless you all. Thank you very much.